What's up? King Bishop Stylze here with my first official YouTube video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. A lot of you Facebook friends of mine have been asking, B, what's going on with King? What is this? Keep investing. I'm not going. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So I'm going to explain that. And I'm going to explain how the King mentality will keep you experiencing this life in a grand way on a consistent basis, as well as it being an antidote to the fear and suspicion of others, like we've seen in the Trayvon Martin case. So let's go. King, keep investing. I'm not going. That's how it works. It's a basic commitment to yourself that you will invest in your individual growth and the truth of understanding yourself. K is keeping that promise, keeping that commitment, keeping your word. This builds a great relationship with yourself and a great self-esteem. The awesome byproduct of this is that everyone loves people who keep their promises. Nobody likes a flake. Nobody likes anybody who says one thing and does another. No good. Nada. All right? Invest. Invest in yourself, by yourself, for yourself. Okay? Meditate, pray, educate yourself, not just in things that are going to get you monetary gain, but those things that will give you a deeper understanding, okay, of the world around you. Okay? Invest in exercise. Yoga, Tai Chi, creative outlets. Oh, and before the creative outlets, work out. It's a beautiful thing. All right? The creative outlets, dancing, which is also a physical situation. Art, drawing, painting, music, all that stuff. Once again, it builds self-esteem, a greater understanding of yourself, no matter the circumstances that you've got going on, because it gives you time for reflection, all that good stuff. But it also is a therapeutic outlet, relieves stress for you. Next is N, not. Works hand in hand with G, not going, not going. Giving up is not an option. You realize that you are the most important thing to invest in for yourself, not in a selfish way that to whereas you think the world revolves around you, but into the fact that you're doing what's best for you, and that keeps the top priority. You learn to deal with yourself and take care of yourself, and in turn you better know how to deal and take care of other people. All right, and in no way does this mean lay down and be a doormat for people. In no way am I saying become an enabler for people with bad attitudes, all right, with bad behaviors, negative actions. No way, no how. Love them kids from afar and keep it moving. Now, this is how King applies to the Trayvon Martin case. Now, a man or woman invested in themselves sees themselves as other people, as other individuals, because the outside doesn't matter. What matters is the inside. What matters is the behaviors that these particular individuals, these particular people display. All right? And this is the measure by which we measure ourselves and others. Now, in the Trayvon Martin case, he was already dubbed suspicious because he had a hood and he was a black kid. Zimmerman chased him down, shot him, killed him. For what? For having Skittles and some juice and a hood and being black? Really? A lot of people say that and speculate that Zimmerman has a few screws loose, but at the core, he was operating off of fear due to general stereotypes. I'm intimidating. I'm suspicious. All right? A healthy mind, a king state of mind, acknowledges this fear, okay, and realizes that it's based off of a stereotype, but engages any situation and any individual with the realization and the understanding that this person is a person, they're a human being, and they work from that foundation. That is recognition of ourselves and others. Now, the next thing is the accountability. The police didn't place Zimmerman in custody or under arrest or whatever. They left Trayvon in the morgue for 3 days before they found out exactly who he was, and they let Zimmerman just go home without any kind of drug or alcohol tests. You know, these men and women in the police force all across the nation, all right, give their oath, give their promise, give their word that they are going to protect and serve. And in this particular case, none of that was done. All right, this has so much to do with keeping a promise, keeping your word, keeping your commitment. And in this instance, they just gave up. All right, it is our duty to not give up. Justice gets to be served, because at the end of the day, for Trayvon and his family, it's not good. And on top of that, we're all in the same boat when we don't stand for what's right and what's just. Okay? As much as stereotypes and racism play a part in this whole case, in this whole situation, what the core issue is that the promise of protecting and serving was laid aside. All right. And none of the people involved obviously were invested in themselves, because instead of being identified as a regular human being, he was deemed suspicious. All right. And that gave way to his murder and gave way to the lack of implementing procedure, which would have placed Zimmerman in custody and allowed him to either post bail or go to trial so that he could prove his plea of self-defense. All right? None of this stuff happened. And not promising ourselves that we will stand for what's right and what's fair, not investing in ourselves in order to understand our individual person, which allows us to understand the other individual person, and not standing our ground in order to see us all as a human race that thrives, leaves us with more of the same that we've seen with Trayvon and countless others. Because like I said, giving up is not an option. And wherever you go, there you are, positive or negative. I'm asking you all to apply the King way of thinking and being in your life, and see how the world starts to change, how it becomes that much brighter. Okay? And for the women out there, please send me a K.I.N.G acronym for thinking and being, because I'd really love to have a balanced platform here in this kingdom if you pick up what I'm putting down. All right? And in the meantime, know that you're powerful, know that you're beautiful, know that you're intelligent, and know that you, even as one person, can make a difference. All right? In this entire life experience for yourself and for everyone else. It's the smallest things that make the biggest difference. Till I get to see you guys next week, be easy.